I show you where we got. I show you guys where most of these boys were. Where we took them away from. You know about the scrap metals in Africa. They start they get the scrap metals, they overdo them again and get another metal from there. Maybe do vehicles, maybe do. So you see, most of these boys are being taken away from this area, these slump areas. Yeah, you see the small. Yeah, you see the small field. Yeah. At 4 o'clock, you meet most of them here. After getting their rubbish here, yeah, getting their scrap metals or these tin cups, like the aluminum tin cups. Yeah. They take them to people that make these pots, aluminum tins. They sell the cups to them. The bag contains, you get 2,000 leones. With that 2,000 leones, if you do 2, 3, 4, you get 8,000 leones. So they eat 2,000, bring 6,000 to their parents, maybe their mom, their dad. Mom, I've got 6,000 or I've got 8,000, but I've eaten 2,000. So this is 6,000. Then the mommy will manage what she has put together, and yeah, that's what they get a day. See? So after late in the afternoon, around 5, they come here, started to play football. So I usually come around, stood like here, stand as if I'm just watching over there. Why they don't know I'm concentrating on them. Yeah. But if I say I put you school back, you go? You say you're not 14 years now. Whose class you been there before? Class 5. She was in class 5. Almost year I don't left school. Last year I left school. She only left last year. I'm just asking if I can take her to school. If she can, she'll agree to go back to school. She'll agree. You know what I want to do? They give me telephone number. Eh? They give me telephone number. Don't you call me, but I want to let you call me with your papa or your auntie or your mama. Not so you know what I want to talk to. Then I call the parents, say, I need your kid to start training with psych. So that's how I get them. Yeah.
We come from different places, but we're the same. You see it in our faces. We love this game. We love this game, though it's not a game at all. We feel anticipation, we've got that burn. We've come from competition, we've come to learn. And from each other, we learn about ourselves. We got style, we got game, we have come to play. When everybody's ready, we take the field. Our hearts are strong and steady, it's all so real. And this field of playing now becomes a field of dreams.
It's very difficult to take them away from there because like some of the parents depend on these kids. Fake clothes on their heads to another destination, pay them money, so they depend on them. They're even not going to school. So it's like I try to convince them, hey, mama or papa, please, this is your boy, I'll take him to school. I know you can't afford the money, but I'll afford that money through my foundation, that is CBF. The CBF will pay their school fees. Then I'll teach them how to play football. You know, you can see Ronaldo and Messi, they play football. They came from very poor family. Now, because of their education and football, now they are great in the world. They are great stars in the world.
And they buy ball for him when he's small. Every week they buy ball for him when they used to ball. Because I don't see ball in career for play ball. from school na ball. So immediately I'm team when I young Chelsea. Yes. From there now I begin play. And in country come up. Education.
Okay. He said, as a child, when Santos was young, he usually bought football for Santos, small tennis balls for Santos, because he loves football. He's a Chelsea fan, so he likes his son to play football. Though he knows education is the key, they just compete them both with football and education.
This is my old school and where I came from. The league have helped me in terms of like the payments. Like because when I was at home, like my parents used to give me money to pay my school fee. Like when I joined the Cricket Development Foundation, like they give me scholarship and they pay for me for school fee.
Santos came into the school sometime in 2009 as a young boy. But you know what normally happens is that sometimes you can spot out a mutant, as we would say. Santos came into the school, he had a very good score into the school, which made us even to admit him to the school. But along the line, he showed us some attributes of not only academic prowess, but also that attribute of physical and game creativity. And I know what it means to play football alongside with your academic work. You know, there's an old saying that mens sano in corpore sano, meaning that a healthy mind in a healthy body. And football promotes that kind of situation, wherein with your idea of learning the rules, the idea of opening your minds with exercise, you're able to build up yourself also for creativity and also for academic work. I think football does a very good job in trying to develop somebody's academic well-being.
The Kingston area means to me a lot. In Kingston, it's where we have like the field where I used to train with my coach and my teammates.
Well, like Santos was a very little boy, so tiny, but he was like humble. Yeah, I saw his dad. I said, hey, are you the coach of this team? He said, hey, yes, I'm the coach. I said, can't you give me this team? He says, no, this is my personal team. Young Chelsea, something like that. He said, this is my personal team. I'm training these boys. In fact, I've got my son here. I said, who is your son? He pointed to Santos. So I just stood aside, watched them train. Well, the Craig Bellamy League, Foundation League, is a very broad league now in Sierra Leone, and I pray that these guys will become stars in the future. Maybe not even in football, but in their personal jobs. Maybe some of them might become doctors, lawyers, or even bankers. Seeing them going into the academy makes me feel so happy, feel so proud of them.
The foundation has our nationwide development leagues that have roughly around 2,500 children in it now, where we look to develop education and community development through using football as a tool. It has boys and girls leagues in each centre at under 12 and under 14 level, with the girls being a little bit older than that. Like I said, presently we've got about 2,500 kids involved. They train every day, every other day, but equally one of the things is they have to go to school, they have to attend school, and so we employ around 100, just over 100 sort of local staff and volunteers who go and they monitor school attendance, they ensure the kids are being involved in community development projects, they promote values of fair play, and all of this feeds into how the teams and the players score points, because unlike a regular football league where a team will score points for winning a match, for us that only accounts for 25% of their points. The other 75% come from those other areas of school attendance, of community development and of fair play. So that very much activates the kids around the country. The other side of the organisation is here at the academy, where we take the very sort of top-end children in terms of their footballing talent at the age of 10, 11, 12 and offer them 5-year scholarships to study and live and train here in Tombo, working towards hopefully becoming a professional footballer for some of them, but for a number of them getting international educational opportunities either in the USA or the UK.
Technically, we will recycle, we will move the ball with quality continually today, relentlessly, every single time we have the ball. Players around the ball, supporting players, you will use intelligence every single time you are around and away from the ball when you're thinking of where's the position you want to receive it. Tactically, you will be disciplined, you will hold your shape. And you will prevail with a result that you can go back up to the dormitories afterwards and be proud of yourself. You work for 90 minutes today, okay? Mentally, you will be focused. You will have a focused mindset to prevail and to perform together. You will perform with a quality that these boys don't want to return again.
Cycling, are you ready for the game? Yes! Ready for the game? Yes! Are you ready for it? Yes! Let's go for it! Yes!
You ready? Yes, sir. Let's go. Come on, boy. Come on, catch. There's a lot of talent in Sierra Leone. There is, but you know it's not just in Sierra Leone. It's in Africa in general. There is an abundance of talent that is just simply not guided in the right ways. That's not to say there aren't many facilities and many other academies across Africa that do a fantastic job, and that there are many of them. But on the whole, you look at the facilities, you look at the environments that are present in Europe for kids to grow up and to learn the game, and that simply doesn't exist here in Africa. So you know there's a lot of talent, and that sort of element of motivation for kids. It is a big plus for coaches and for clubs that are looking for players, because you know we spoke about attitude being one thing, you know one of the most crucial elements to becoming a footballer at least. And you know here in Africa, if you don't become a professional footballer, there's no social welfare system to fall back on. You don't become a footballer here, then you could and you don't take advantage of what we're offering in the classroom, you then end up selling peanuts in Freetown. And there is no social system that if you get hurt, you can get a hospital and you can get that covered for. There's no benefit system so that you can get money from the government. If you fail to succeed with things that you want to achieve, then you can end up in very difficult situations in your adult life. But equally, with facilities like this and organisations like this, you have the potential to excel and to go into environments, go and work in America. You can play football in Europe. So, you know, that's the great thing about organisations like this and many others across Africa. You and yourself front, all right? I asked you to be relentless at the start of the game. You were relentless in that first half, but we've been relentless for 45 minutes. We still have another 45 minutes to go. If you drop your level of motivation, your level of intensity in this game, I will pull you off. You and yourself front, all right? You and yourself front.
Education for us in Sierra Leone is the key to success. And football has several functions it plays. Football has always been that aspect of life which brings people together. Even at war, we have people playing football. It helps people to build their country together, not with adversities, but with unity. I think football is really a very great thing. Even when you have somebody in another team and you meet in the field of play, you are always friends. Though there may be diversity, but you always be together, you know, with shaking hands. Football brings fair play, you know. And the rules of the game also helps to develop people in a mathematically or in other fields of study. And we know that football is play. And the importance of play cannot be underestimated. Like we in education, we know play helps a lot. It reduces your stress. As I told you, I was also a footballer. I know what it means. So in the building of the country, development of the country, I think football and education must go side by side. I wonder, I pity those who say our boys play football and then maybe they have too much time to play. Play is part of children's life. Even for human beings, for grown-ups, play should also, there must be some leisure, which will help to build up yourself. But football brings you, it builds you physically, mentally, and socially.
Hey guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. CBM! One sport, one passion, one vision. We are shut away. Oh yes. We are shut away. Oh yes. We're ready. Let's go for it. Hold it. Get your battle and hold it. You dey drop for me, now so you fall and right for me. You dey drop for me, now so you fall and right for me. They don't want me for your title. I know listen, they say that juju girl you get up. I know be sin, they don't want me for your title. I know listen, they say that juju girl you get up. I know be sin, they say that juju girl you get up. I know be sin, they say that juju girl you get up. I know be sin, they say that juju girl you get up.